We're here with Arthur Servais, member of the power group on board Alinghi Red Bull Racing. So according to a social media post just before sailing, the plan for the day was sail and foil testing. You had Yves Courvoisier and Julien Pilat on the boat. What were you focusing on specifically?
It's quite interesting for us to have some engineer coming on board, get the feeling of the boat. They can see how they react really in real life, and they can have a better feel than just simulation that they can have in the office. Like the embarker were with us as well, so light wind as you have seen beginning of the day. So it was pretty good for us to start with those towing and get the feeling to those engineers. Like that, we saw they can come back with a better idea to us later on the project.
Brilliant, so I'm sure that fills in quite nicely into the simulator. Does it make a big difference having them on board and their feedback to get on the sim?
For sure, yeah. The goal is to have a simulator that is as close as the reality as possible. So having the guys working on it is super important, that they get the reality feeling of the boat and try to transfer it as best as possible on the machine. So obviously.
Have you been training on the simulator?
Yeah, I did quite a lot of simulator, mostly beginning of the projects, and now it's depend a little bit daily program, but yeah.
So, as a cyclo, what are you training on the sim? Are you matching power requirements, feeding that into the sim, or are you doing other stuff such as jib trimming or?
As we are depend a little bit the skills that we all have, we can use the simulator at different level of testing, but we have some rower with us that never have sailed before, so sometimes it's just to bring them to sailing in a different way and make them understanding some more of the sailing, more for internal competition as well, and after for development we get more solid feedback.
And is there a difference between the front cyclo and the rear cyclo?
They are both cyclers giving the best of what they can, so I would say not really.
Is there any other functions that they'd be doing on the boat? Maybe a difference, one that has a better view of the jib, for example?
This cycling position are something on this boat. We don't know yet how it's going to be on the next one, so it's super hard to imagine what's going to look like, but we're still trying to explore the possibility of the cyclist on board and how we can be the best and what we can do. We're changing a lot of things constantly, so trying to get the best feedback of that.
And how different is the boat from, let's say, a month ago, to now? For example, flight control systems, cyclo systems.
Actually, not much. It's just some little detail that changed a little bit. The team have been more focused on sailing on the 40 regarding the next competition coming soon in Villanova. So priority have just moved for a couple of days, so it was more in this area that we had to work.
Perfect. Thank you for the time.
With pleasure.